The first thing you need to understand about pigs is that humans made a mistake 9,000 years ago, and everyone agreed to pretend it was fine. Somewhere in what is now Turkey, hunter-gatherers started capturing wild boar piglets and raising them for meat. The wild boars were aggressive, dangerous, and intelligent in a way that was not convenient. So the humans who bred them began selecting for docility, generation by generation, century by century. The aggressive ones were killed first. The calm ones were allowed to breed. The tusks got smaller, the bodies got softer. The survival instincts got dulled, and eventually you ended up with something called a domestic pig, which is a wild boar with the violence removed, but not the intelligence. That was the mistake. You can breed out aggression, you cannot breed out intelligence. What you get when you remove the aggression from something genuinely intelligent is not a safer animal. You get a genuinely intelligent animal that is waiting for the right circumstances to remember what it used to be. There are estimated to be 1.5 billion domestic pigs alive on Earth right now. There are also an estimated 6 million feral pigs in the United States alone. Feral pigs are domestic pigs that escaped captivity and reverted to wild behavior within a single generation, not over thousands of years. Within one generation, a piglet born to escaped parents is not a domestic pig anymore. It is something that looks like a wild boar with longer legs, thicker hair, larger tusks, and a body that has remembered exactly what it was built for. The genetic material for wildness is still in every domestic pig. It has never been deleted, it has only been suppressed. Remove the humans and the suppression ends. This is the simulation. We start with your pet pig. Maybe it is a pot-bellied pig you got from a breeder. Maybe it is a mini pig that turned out to not be mini after all. Because mini pigs are a marketing fiction, and most of them grow to 70 kilograms. Maybe it is a farm pig you rescued. It does not matter. The starting conditions are the same. Pig. Intelligent. Currently dependent on you for food. Currently non-aggressive because its lineage has been pacified for 9,000 years. Now we remove the humans. Week 1 is confusion. Your pig has never not had food delivered to it. It will wander around looking for the source of meals. It will not find one. It will eat whatever plants are accessible. It will drink from whatever puddles it encounters. This is fine. Pigs are omnivores, and they can survive on vegetation indefinitely in the short term. The weight loss begins, but it is not critical yet. Month 1 is discovery. The pig finds other pigs. There are pigs everywhere because domestic pig populations are massive, and when the fences fail, they all spread. Small groups form. The hierarchy establishes quickly because pigs have strict dominance structures built into their social behavior, even when humans are not watching. Within 6 weeks, the group of 4 to 12 pigs that formed near your former home has a clear leader, usually the largest female, and a clear structure of roles. Pigs are matriarchal in the wild. They always have been. Domestication did not remove this. It just made it invisible because humans controlled the food supply. Month 6 is behavioral reversion. The pigs are now foraging competently. They are rooting for tubers. They are finding acorns and beech nuts. They are eating carrion when they encounter it. This is where the first shift happens that viewers do not expect. Domestic pigs eat meat when it is available. This has always been true. Farm pigs have attacked and consumed humans on farms with established regularity. It is not news to anyone who works with pigs. It is news to pet owners who think of their pig as a vegetarian companion. The pig that lived in your living room is eating a dead rabbit right now. It is not upset about this. It is using its intelligence to solve a food problem. And meat is a food. Year 2 is the point where the pig you remember is gone. The animal that used to nuzzle your hand is 90 kilograms now. Its shoulders have broadened because it has been using them for digging and fighting. Its tusks, which had been trimmed by a vet in its previous life, have grown back and continued growing. The lower tusks are now 5 centimeters long and sharp. Its coat has thickened, its skin has toughened, its eyes have changed. Not the color, the look. Domestic pigs have a soft, direct gaze that makes them appealing as pets. Feral pigs have a harder assessing gaze because they are constantly evaluating threats and opportunities. The transition happens without the pig being aware of it. Decade 1 is the first true generation. Your pig has mated with other feral descendants. The piglets born in this generation have never encountered humans. They have no concept of human food, human shelter, or human intention. They are wild. Their bodies reflect their lives. They are leaner than domestic pigs, faster, more aggressive, more alert. They look almost identical to European wild boars because European wild boars are what domestic pigs came from, and the reversion to type is rapid and reliable. This is not evolution yet. This is reversion. The genes for wildness have always been there, and they express themselves immediately when selection favors them. True evolution is what happens next. Century 1 is the beginning of divergence. The reverted pigs are now spreading into ecological niches that wild boars did not fully occupy, because wild boars were historically limited by human hunting and habitat fragmentation. Without humans, the reverted pigs expand explosively. They move into environments that wild boars never colonized because humans kept getting in the way. Deserts, alpine zones, wetlands, coastal marshes, tropical rainforests, temperate, deciduous forests, boreal forests. Each of these environments applies different selection pressure, and the populations start differentiating. Millennium 1 shows visible difference between populations. The wetland pigs have developed longer legs for walking through mud and shallow water. Their snouts have elongated for probing soft substrate. Their tusks have curved slightly upward for defense against alligators and large snakes. Their coats have thinned for heat dissipation in humid environments. The alpine pigs have gone the opposite direction. Shorter legs for navigating steep terrain, thicker coats, larger lungs relative to body size for high-altitude respiration, more compact bodies that conserve heat. The forest pigs have retained the most wild boar-like body plan because that plan was already optimized for forest environments. But they have gotten larger, significantly larger. Without human hunting pressure, the size cap that historically limited wild boars no longer applies. Forest pigs in the simulation are now averaging 200 kilograms for adult males, with some individuals reaching 350. 10,000 years is where things start to change in ways that would surprise viewers who think they know what pigs are. The forest lineage has begun hunting actively, not scavenging, not opportunistic meat eating, active hunting. The targets are small deer, juvenile livestock descendants, ground-nesting birds, and occasionally other pigs from different populations during conflicts over territory. The hunting behavior developed because pigs have the cognitive capability and the physical capability. And once the social learning within pig groups accumulated successful hunting strategies, the strategies spread. A pig that figures out how to corner a deer teaches the other pigs in its group by example. Other pigs observe and imitate. Young pigs grow up watching this. Within a few hundred generations, active hunting becomes a normal part of behavior for that population. Pigs are pack predators. Now they hunt in groups of 6 to 20 individuals. They use terrain and vegetation to corner prey. They coordinate through vocalizations that pigs have always possessed but are now using in more complex patterns. They are approximately as effective as wolves at bringing down prey the size of deer. 100,000 years. The pack hunting lineage has physically adapted. Their tusks are longer and sharper. Their skulls are denser. Their bite force has increased by approximately 40%. Their legs are longer for sustained pursuit. Their hearing has sharpened. Their eyes, which in modern pigs are oriented for foraging close to the ground, have shifted slightly to allow better forward vision for tracking prey at distance. They look less like wild boars and more like something new, a large predatory ungulate with intelligence, coordination, and physical capability. There is no name for what they are becoming because nothing like them has existed before. Pigs that hunt in packs with wolf-level coordination and bear-level body mass. The ecosystem has reorganized around their presence. Deer populations that used to be limited by wolves and mountain lions are now also limited by hunting pigs. Smaller predators avoid areas where hunting pig groups are active because hunting pigs will kill and consume coyotes, foxes, and even bobcats if the opportunity presents itself. 1 million years. The pack hunting pigs have diversified further. The forest lineage has produced a dominant apex predator that weighs 400 kilograms, hunts in coordinated groups of 15 to 30 individuals. and competes successfully with every other large predator in its range. It has driven some predator species to regional extinction through direct competition. A second lineage has emerged from the wetland population. These are semi-aquatic pigs. They hunt fish in shallow water using their intelligence and coordinated group behavior. They have developed slight webbing between their toes. Their nostrils have shifted to positions higher on their snouts for breathing while submerged. They ambush animals that come to drink at water edges. A third lineage has taken a path that nobody expected. A population in grassland environments has shifted toward an upright posture for short periods. They are not bipedal in the sustained sense that hominids are, but they rear up on their hind legs regularly to survey terrain, to reach food sources above ground level, and to engage in threat displays. The hip structure of pigs is not ideal for sustained bipedalism, but it accommodates short-duration upright behavior surprisingly well when selection pressure rewards it. This lineage has shortened forelimbs and strengthened hindquarters. Their front legs are used for grasping food items and for striking during combat. They look strange, like nothing that has ever existed. A quadrupedal predator that spends 20% of its time standing upright. 10 million years. The grassland lineage has gone further. They are now fully bipedal for significant portions of their daily activity. Their forelimbs have shortened further. Their hands, which evolved from the forelimbs, have developed basic manipulation capability. Not primate-level dexterity, but they can grasp objects. They can hold things. They use simple tools, rocks to crack shellfish, sticks to probe for insects, branches to sweep ground cover, searching for prey. This is convergent evolution with primates. Different lineage, same solution, same evolutionary pressures. Standing up on two legs to see further. Using the freed forelimbs for manipulation. Expanding intelligence through the feedback loop of tool use. Driving cognitive demands. Driving brain development. The grassland pigs have brains that are significantly larger than modern pigs relative to body size. They communicate with each other through vocalizations that have grammatical structure. They live in groups of 50 to 100 individuals with clear social hierarchies and role specialization. They cooperate in hunting, in defense, in raising young, and in territorial disputes with other pig groups. 20 million years. The bipedal pig lineage has developed fire management. They do not create fire, they find fire. When lightning strikes ignite vegetation, they collect burning material and transport it to their settlement sites. They maintain fires for heat, for cooking, and for predator deterrence. The cooking capability allows them to eat a wider range of foods and extract more calories from those foods. Cooking is one of the key adaptations that drove human brain expansion 1.5 million years ago. The pig descendants are now benefiting from the same metabolic advantage. Their settlements are permanent. They construct simple shelters from available materials. They store food for lean seasons. They maintain trade routes between neighboring settlements, where surplus items from one area are exchanged for items abundant in other areas. This is pre-agricultural civilization. Early human ancestors lived this way 50,000 years ago. 50 million years. The bipedal pig lineage is something that would be unrecognizable to a biologist from your time. They are 160 centimeters tall. They weigh 80 kilograms. They have complex spoken language with regional dialects, and historical narratives pass through generations. They produce art. They bury their dead with ceremony. They have religion in some form. They have agriculture. They have domesticated other species for food. They have settlements that support thousands of individuals. They have crossed the threshold from intelligent animal to civilized species. They descended from a pet pig that lived in a house and ate kibble from a ceramic bowl. The body plan traveled a long road, but the intelligence was always there. The social capability was always there. The omnivorous dietary flexibility was always there. When the pressure applied and the time passed, the raw materials assembled into something that had to happen given the starting conditions. They build temples. They write language, they have mathematics, they have metallurgy, They have not yet industrialized, but they have the full suite of capabilities that define a complex civilization. There's a gathering happening right now in the simulation timeline. A settlement of 3,000 individuals is preparing for a seasonal festival. They are descended through an unbroken line from a pet pig that used to lie on its side and let someone named Sarah rub its belly. They do not know this. They have no record of humans at all. Humans are so long gone that not even myth preserves the memory. They think of themselves as the dominant, intelligent species that has always existed. They tell stories about their ancient ancestors who lived in forests and hunted in packs. They do not know that before those ancient ancestors, there was another ancestor that lived in a house. The tusks that their leaders carry as ceremonial symbols of authority are the same tusks that were trimmed off your pet pig at a veterinary clinic long ago. They grew back. They never stopped growing back. They were always waiting. The thing about pigs that humans never fully appreciated is that pigs were never really pets. Pigs tolerated being pets. The difference is invisible until it becomes visible, and by then, it is always too late. Humans had 9,000 years to notice what pigs were capable of. They used that time to breed them for bacon. It turns out pigs were using that time for something else.